Alright, and we're back. Okay, so for this update, just me doing a lot of Mementos stuff. That's pretty much just going to be the majority of this episode. We're going to get some stuff from the back streets of Yongen from the second-hand shop, but then this update is going to be primarily in Mementos. Just handling some requests here and there. Because in the update after this will be a lot of Confidant stuff, and then going back to Mementos a little bit more, and then after that will be a lot of story stuff. So there wasn't really that much stuff we could do during the day, so I figured, why not just go to Mementos? Just handle some requests. Again, when you're playing on a New Game Plus run and you have max stats and you've kind of made a lot of progress on Confidants, yeah, that kind of opens up your schedule for a lot more stuff. Although in the next update, I do have to play a little bit of catch-up for some of the part-time jobs that Ren has, just so I can unlock even more requests. But for right now, let's go ahead and sort out through all the requests that Mishima has been sending us, and the ones that we've gotten from certain Confidants. Because we actually have a few. And we're still not going to be done with all the requests just yet. We'll actually have about at least 3 in the next update as well.
Listen up.
So the first is a cowardly kid. So this is going back to a guy who was using blackmail to basically make people bully other people. So yeah, asshole. We actually got that request a while ago. So now we're finally doing it.
Sure. Listen up.
This one we got recently. An atrocious land speculator. This guy's trying to threaten the couple who runs the theater in Yongen. We got this one relatively recently from Mishima.
I am in favor.
Very well.
Alright, who's our next target?
Listen up.
Heinous convenience store manager. He steals money from the register and blames his part-time employees for it. That's not great. That does sound pretty shitty. I forget when we got that one. It was a little while ago. Again, we got some of these requests a while ago. Like, more than a few updates ago.
Okay.
Although, in the next update, apparently some requests are just a bit more, let's just say, petty than others. Some of these are absolute horrible people. Others are kind of just, eh.
Listen up.
A dangerous assailant who's shown up in Shibuya recently. He only targets the weak. Many have already fallen victim to him.
Okay.
I think the answer's pretty obvious here, Ryuji. Not much. Not much. We have quite a few targets. Quite a few.
Listen up.
Okay, finally we got a confidant related request. This one's for Oya. We're basically targeting her boss. And we already know what his deal is. He is being a huge asshole. He pretty much shut down Oya's investigation on her partner. What a prick.
What did you say?
We need to take down the evil that can't be judged by the law. Okay. Okay,
Nice.
I feel that's a bit of a weird line from Makoto to be saying. I mean, I know we're vigilantes, but still. I don't know. Still got more targets.
Listen up.
This request is for Hifumi. This is basically to try to change her mother's heart. She controls every aspect of Hifumi's career and has thus ruined her daughter's shogi life. Yeah. She's forcing Hifumi to become an idol against her wishes and even plans to fix her upcoming shogi match. That's not cool. That is not good. That is no bueno. So, we got 2 confidant requests. And believe me, that's not going to be the last ones.
Very well.
Nice. Hey. Yep.
All right, and that's all the requests. A grand total of 6. Got quite a few to deal with in Mementos. And just as a quick little heads up, we do have 3 more to deal with in the next update. Because we still do have the We Aren't Just Your Slaves and the Justice for Cats request. And there's going to be another one that we're going to get in the next update as well. So, but currently we only have 6 to deal with.
Come on. Let's go.
So we got nothing better to do today, so let's just go to Mementos. See if it's expanded since we got Futaba. Yep, a whole new layer. This place is huge. And back to our normal costumes. There we go.
A new area has been confirmed in the depths. Updating guidance information.
It's gotten even bigger.
This happened because we stole another treasure, right?
I feel like it's gonna keep getting bigger and bigger.
I don't think Mementos' territorial expansion is caused by us stealing a treasure. I bet it's things like the number of searches for phantom thieves, the ranking of trending words, and the access counter on Mishima's website and stuff. Even now, it's slowly expanding.
The more we become the topic of conversation, the more Mementos spreads?
We just gotta get even more popular, guys.
Maybe it's the other way around.
What do you mean?
We're the ones expanding it. Or perhaps Mementos grants further passage as we become more prevalent in the general public's cognition.
Like, getting free admission for being popular?
That's rather well put.
Whoa!
For real? That's amazing!
It's amazing that Ryuji's analogy wasn't half bad.
In Futaba? How'd you figure that out?
Piece of cake. I didn't know at all. What have I been doing?
Oh no, Morgana's pride. So hot. That reminds me, I was just hearing about this heat wave phenomenon. Oh, it's hot in Mementos too. Oh no. I think it'll have an effect on Mementos. Oh, it's so hot. Milk was a bad choice today. Well, what do you mean? Well, Mementos is affected by the emotions of the public. So if it's fucking hot in the real world, it's gonna be fucking hot here. Put two and two together, numbnuts. So you're saying weather changes people's feelings and that in turn changes Mementos? Correct. Yes, it would seem that way. Not just Mementos, the shadows inside too. The type of change will depend on what kind of weather it is. This might turn out to be useful. And yes, bad weather actually is a benefit for you in Mementos. In fact, in the vanilla version of P5, there is an exploit that you can use that involves the weather to basically max out your level. Like, a lot earlier than you should be. Like before the final boss. Quite a bit before the final boss, as a matter of fact. Understandably, they changed that for Persona 5 The Royal. But don't worry, it's still pretty easy to get to max level in P5R.
Come on, man.
Hey, you know what we haven't done in a while? Gone to the Velvet Room. Let's go ahead and fix that, shall we?
There you are, inmate. Our master admires the progress of your rehabilitation, and hence has given you use of a special ritual. It's the electric chair, used to sacrifice personas and transmutate them into high-level items. Any further questions regarding this ritual can be directed toward our master himself. He's apparently gonna consider making even more rituals if your rehabilitation goes as planned.
So yes, now we get access to the electric chair. Also, check it out, I changed to the P3 costumes. But the electric chair is one of my favorite fusion methods in P5. Because as you probably noticed with my character's weapons, they look very unique. That's because I've fused the Black Kogatana, which is the item you get in the second-hand shop, with a persona of a very high level. And if you combine them together, you can get a unique weapon, depending on what kind of persona you fused with it. Also, if you fuse a certain persona with a skill card, you'll get a pretty good skill, which I actually did for Arsene, and I gave him the ability of Riot Gun, which is a really good move. It's really useful. It targets all enemies on screen, and it does big, high, severe gun damage. It's really good. It's really good. So this will pretty much be the form of Arsene I'll be working with for the remainder of the game. I'm not really going to show off the electric chair version until like the very end of the game because, again, my compendium is very spoilerific. So we're not going to go ahead and show that off just yet. But yeah, I figured I should change into the P3 costumes. They're pretty fun. I like them. And again, like I mentioned in my P4 playthrough, my goal is to do an LP of all the Persona games at some point or another. Yes, even the dancing ones. Yes, even the fighting game ones. I do want to make a point of doing those at some point. I want to get around to all of them. That includes Persona 1, 2, and 3. Both versions of 2, by the way. But I think for 3, I'm just going to focus on the PSP version. Because it has a male and female protagonist, which kind of diverges the story more than a little bit. So we got our first target.
Then. Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Listen.
You think you can blame me for what I've done? Idiot, it's a dog-eat-dog world, didn't you hear? Might makes right. Hey, you don't look nearly cool enough to be spouting off Virgil stuff.
Was that?
No jerk's got the right to go around blackmailing people. The weak who can't survive in this world become prey for the strong. Nothing's wrong with that. You gotta be kidding. You're not strong. You're just a coward who won't get his hands dirty. It's true. We, on the other hand, go inside people's brains. Ha! And you're a stupid dog that's all bark and no bite. You want to bet on that? Changed my mind. Dogs are stronger than cats or mice. You're just trash. Now die! What's he gonna turn into? Oh shit, it's Black Frost! There's a weird disparity because sometimes Black Frost is just like a mid-level enemy to he's one of the strongest demons ever. Like if the Devil Survivor 2 anime is anything to go off of, Black Frost is super fucking strong. But here he goes down in 2 hits. Granted, I have in-game equipment, but still. Just, yeah, dead, done. But seriously, like they were hyping that up in the Devil Survivor 2 anime like all show long. Like the character who gets to use him is like, oh, I get nothing but weak demons. And then he gets Black Frost, and Black Frost is like the strongest demon ever. It's so weird. And for those of you who have watched my Persona 4 Golden playthrough, you kind of know the backstory of Black Frost. It's a very sad story.
Hey.
One that Margaret might have just made up. But, whatever. When I'm done with you, there's gonna be nothing left but bone. You ready? Ryuji, calm down! Holy shit! Kid, you don't gotta say sorry to us. Go apologize to who you really need to apologize to. Alright, what'd we get? Evil Snow Crystal! That means Black Frost is now available for fusion. But I already could summon him, so yeah, if you want to get Black Frost, that's how you do it. Some of these requests reward you with items that allow you to fuse certain personas. That's how you get 100% of the compendium. Well, part of it at least. Getting back to the potential Let's Plays, yeah, I'm kind of going in a backwards ass order. Or not even backwards, just kind of all over the place order. Because I did Persona 4 the Golden, that was my first Persona LP. Now I'm doing P5 and P5R, simultaneously just to kind of show some of the differences, and also because I like Persona 5, if you couldn't tell. But I think for the next playthrough, I'm debating if I should just go with Persona 3 Portable, or if I should do one of the spin-off games. I think I'll probably do one of the spin-off games first. I'll do Persona 4 Dancing All Night. I think that'll be a decent one. Hopefully that one won't be a copyrighted nightmare. Probably will, but I'll see what happens. If not Persona 4 Dancing All Night, then P4 Arena Ultimax, which I think is a really solid fighting game. And then I'll move on to P3P. And then, I guess, Persona 1 and then Persona 2. Again, I'm going all over the place. I'm going to do the ones that have the social links first, and then the first two games, which are quite a bit different. They have some of the same elements, but you can definitely see there was a jumping off point from 2 to 3. Although I think people generally praise P3 for having the best story. All right, time for our next target.
Then oh.
Welcome, welcome. How may I help you, ladies and gents of the Phantom Thieves? We're bad at this, aren't we? They just instantly know who we are. Probably because we're not actually wearing our disguises just yet. My shop is a directly managed store of a large chain. Since I'm highly competent, I'm in charge. That's why I blackmail my employees. I don't need strangers complaining about how I use this shop's money. Part-time workers are the property of the shop, thus they are mine to use as I will. I don't know if that's right. That doesn't seem accurate.
What?
Who do you think you are? I get it now. You pretend to be heroes, but you're all just criminals. I'm gonna kill you! Alright, what's he turn into? Satanta? Why is he turning into Satanta? Satanta's not this big of an asshole. He turns into Cuchulainn. Cuchulainn? Chuchulainn? It's a hard name to pronounce. It's a lot harder to pronounce than Satanta. Yeah. Yeah, Anat's animations aren't nearly as cool as Johanna. Not really, because again, it's a transformer, which is really rad, but still, I don't know, riding it on a motorcycle seems pretty cool. A little bit cooler than this. Just my opinion. I'm sorry. Am I really not worthy of being the store manager? You're fired. Ha! Action movie one-liner. Employees aren't property, they're human beings. Now I get it. Talk about a horrible workplace. I don't know how I can ever make up for this. You've done quite a bit more, haven't you? It'd be best if you just confess everything. Chinese sweets.
What?
Aren't those Chinese desserts or something? I see. So he was lining his own pockets. Huh. That's actually a gift item that you can give to certain characters. Kind of like when I tried to give Ann the little cactus, which she didn't really care for. But yeah, there's a lot of gift items that you can get. I never really had to worry about gift items too much in my playthroughs. I know it's probably for confidant stuff, but I never really had to worry about them too much. And now at the changing color of this particular level of Mementos, yeah, the costumes make a bit more sense. And of course, the battle theme is mass destruction! Oh! It's so good! Oh, it's so good! Oh man. Look, I love Last Surprise and Takeover. I love Reach Out to the Truth. But Mass Destruction. Oh, baby. Oh, baby, it's so good. It's so good. Mmm.
Okay.
That is a banger and a half.
Oh, a treasure chest. This is what thievery.
Lotus Juice is good. I like it. I dig it. There's a reason why they got Lotus Juice to do the theme song of the best character in Soul Eater.
It's difficult to balance school life with thief life.
You're amazing, Queen. I can only handle the thief part.
Yeah, I kind of got a little bit lazy while patrolling through Mementos, but it's really no big deal. Not really. Again, our characters they've got in-game equipment, and Joker is, for all intents and purposes, invincible at the moment. Just straight up, you can't hurt him. Unless you're whipping out almighty damage, or you somehow manage to nullify some of his resistances, no, you ain't touching him. It's not happening. He does not have the same defenses in P5R because I don't have the omnipotent orb on him. But I compensate for in P5R with just a really broken persona. Even more broken than the Arsene in this playthrough. Hey, look, a group of angels. Hey, you know what's fun? Riot Gun. Check this shit out. Yeah! Riot Gun's an awesome move. Persona 5 really likes guns. The gun attacks are really solid. I'm considering upping the difficulty on my P5R playthrough just to make it a bit more fair. Just to make it slightly more fair, because we'll get into that whenever on the next update of P5R, but yeah, I know. When I say it's a really busted persona I have equipped, I mean it. Again, even more so than the Arsene I currently have.
They're no big deal.
Losers.
Okay, let's move on.
Okay. Huh. They were nothing.
Cut him some slack. You just wanted to say something cool. And don't we all at the end of the day? Don't we all just want to say something cool? I certainly do. Not much luck yet, but you know, working on it.
They noticed us. Joker.
Hey look, Yakshini, and there they go.
There you go. They're no big deal.
Victory is ours.
I realized I didn't go to Chihaya for her money fortune before entering Mementos, which probably could have gotten me a lot more yen. But, yeah, we're not really hurting for money. Not really. We don't have like an infinite amount like some of my other playthroughs, but it's nothing to sneeze at. It's a decent little chunk of change. It's not bad. Although money is a lot more important in Persona 5 than it was in P4G. Mainly because, oh boy, because again, you can't max out your Persona stats in P5 like you could in P4G. They corrected that in P5R, and you can definitely max out the stats of any Persona that you want in that case. And it's really not that hard. You just have to wait a little bit, but once you do, oh boy, so good. So good. We're not really going to worry about money just yet, because if you really wanted to min-max Persona in P5, you could, and that would cost an absolute shit ton of yen to just go back and forth and just pick out which stat specifically that you want to level up. There's plenty of videos about that. I'm not doing that, because no. At first I was considering it for the playthrough, but then P5R came out during the middle of this Let's Play, and I was like, what even is the point? What even is the point? I can max out the stats of any Persona in P5R, so why even bother with this one? The stats I have for Arsene in this game, they're high enough. They're good all around the board. I don't need them to be specialized. It's not that big of a necessity. All right, we got ourselves another target. Let's find out who it is.
There's a treasure chest.
They spotted us. Don't let them.
Shadow ahead. Take caution.
Then.
Oh!
He's got a crazy look in his eyes. He's been known to attack indiscriminately. I suppose he really has lost his sanity.
Okay, let's go.
Sorry.
Hey, are you the Phantom Thieves? You came to see me? Wow, I guess I must be famous. Oh boy. Oh geez, he's the annoying type. So, can I help you? You didn't come to pick a fight with me, did you? That can't be. Stop playing dumb, you crazy criminal. I'm doing the world a service. We got an overpopulation problem with too many old people. You are just a huge scumbag, aren't you? Just think of this as my own personal brand of justice. Anyway, it doesn't involve you punks. I think it does. I think it does. What's he turn into? Oh shit. Another Oni. We already dealt with a bunch of you at Kanashiro's palace. Oh, it's too late. You can't escape your demise. You'll regret picking a fight with me. I'm gonna beat you to a pulp. You sure about that? Because we have magic. Oh boy. Hiya! Oh, you weren't expecting that, were you? He does some pretty decent damage, but not really that big of a deal. How about some nuclear? Oh boy.
Let's go. Ravage them. This is my other side.
You get ice magic. Yeah, it's a little late to buff yourself, buddy.
Are you okay? Keep an eye on your health. Let's go.
And finish it off. There we go. He did some decent damage, but overall, not that big of a deal. Hey, leveled up.
Power courses through me.
Hooray!
Check out this new skill.
Shock boost. Not bad. Let's go ahead and get rid of Adverse Resolve. We don't really need that move. That ability is contingent on the fact that we get ambushed, which in this playthrough, and with the exception of this update, one, I don't really get ambushed all that much, and two, even when I do, I don't really need that big of a difference in power for Ryuji. Shock just seems a little bit more practical.
That's a new skill. Let's try it out.
I don't really need Makoto using Rakukaja. She can have a self buff.
What have I done?
What have I done? I've been hurting people just because I wanted to vent my frustrations? Sorry won't cut it. You attacked and hurt a lot of people, you know. It's true. What can I do? Turn yourself in. Tell the police everything. Turn myself in. I guess there's no other way. I've been doing something truly horrible. I need to be punished for it. And we got Charge. We were fortunate to have caught him before anyone died. We should be grateful for that fact. Charge is a really good move. I refer you to my Persona 4 Golden playthrough, where that was a really solid move that I had both on Narukami and on Kanji, and they did stupid damage with it. In fact, I put both Charge and Concentrate on Arsene in this playthrough. Although to be quite honest, I probably just need Charge. Physical damage is really good in this game. And Charge works for gun attacks as well. Not the gun that you shoot off, but the personas that actually have gun abilities. Yeah, Charge works on that. I might tweak Arsene a little bit more to have some moves that will just make him even stronger, but for right now, yeah, he's doing fine. He's doing fine. So by the time this video goes up, it'll be 2021. Speaking of which, Happy New Year's everybody. Hope 2021 is treating you pretty well so far. One of my resolutions for this channel is to finish up P5 and potentially P5R as well before this year is done. Hopefully sooner as opposed to later. Ugh. Believe me, I'm going to try. I'm going to try to get this series done. I'm going to do my absolute damnedest to get it done. There's a lot of LPs I'd like to get done this year. These two specifically are ones I'd like to finish up. I do want to continue doing Persona and SMT games on this channel as well, because I really like those games. But I probably will be doing a few more RPGs like after this. I don't want to get too burned out just doing Persona back to back to back. I'm already kind of pushing it with P5 and P5R, more or less being the same game, but one's bigger and has more stuff in it. Again, this is more just for a comparison piece, but again, I do have ideas for potential RPG LPs. And I hope you guys look forward to that.
Hey, that's a treasure chest. It's fun time.
Ever since we started doing this, I've been sleeping through basically all my classes.
You did that before, too.
Is that a rare one? Don't let it get away!
I'll open
You
you up.
did it, Fox. Freeze!
Now, let us strike.
Beat him up!
The finale. Okay.
No match for me.
Joker, we need to defeat them quickly! Enemies! Don't worry though, they're no big deal. One enemy, and it's weak. This'll be a slaughter. One enemy, and it's weak. This'll be a slaughter. Enemies annihilated! You're pretty good, Fox!
Losers.
Just like I thought.
Okay.
There's a chest! Joker, let's open it! Sometimes when you're in Mementos, you can hear someone crying somewhere.
Hey, stop it! La la la, I can't hear you!
The banter is actually pretty fun in Mementos. It makes traversing this a little bit more interesting as opposed to just wandering around in the dungeons like in P4. Because the party didn't really talk all that much unless prompted, or unless there was a cutscene. Then again, Persona 4 didn't really have a Memento-style area to go in. You could just retread old dungeons. Which is nice. That's definitely something P4 has over P5. You can actually retrack through old dungeons. Whereas here, the palaces that you go to just kind of disappear after you've beaten the boss. And also, P4 gave you a reason to want to go back to each of those dungeons, you know, for specific unique items and stuff like that. Or special mid-bosses. I don't know. Decent little, it was fun little ideas. I guess that's kind of taken over with the request in Mementos.
Victory is ours.
Okay, let's move on.
All right.
I felt the difference in strength in that fight. Then... Oh!
Hey look, it's Oya's boss. He looks so suspicious. Well, he is obstructing a news investigation to keep some incident hidden under the rug. People died in that incident. He should be ashamed to call himself a journalist.
What a jerk!
We'll have to make him see the truth. Again, We're not wearing the proper costumes for that.
Yeah.
Are you that kid who was hanging around Oya? We are bad at this. Again, I'm not wearing the actual outfit, but still. Screw you guys, snipping around together where you shouldn't be. What'll happen if this draws negative attention to me from the higher-ups? Stop meddling around! Ugh. Even his shadow is whiny. What happened to journalism, man? Don't talk like you know, you immature kid. Uh-huh.
You're making me look bad.
You must not care about dying if you oppose me. Just obey those with power if you want to live. You know, I'm hearing a lot of talk, I'm not seeing a lot of action. What you got? Pretty sure he just turned into Taki Minakata. I'll teach you how society really operates, you brats. Alright. Everybody just attack him. Oh, he's got almighty damage, huh? And down he goes. Yeah. Yeah, a lot of power you got there.
I didn't have a choice.
What was I supposed to do? I can't oppose the higher-ups. It's easier to not rock the boat. Mass media is just another corporation, really. Passion for journalism won't pay the bills. It's useless, just useless to chase after your ideals. Muda, muda, muda. Not to Oya, it isn't. She's really incredible. No matter what people say to her, she'll never give up on fighting the truth. Again, this strengthens my theory that that's an adult Yukiko that we've been talking to. We're talking about reaching out to the truth, and it's for Oya's confidant. Yukiko just, like, cut her hair, changed her name, took up a career in journalism instead of just dealing with the inn, and then moved to frickin' Shibuya. So now we can progress Oya's confidant some more. We'll be working on that one later. Not in the next update, though. We have a few other stuff we need to handle in that one.
All right.
We still have another target to deal with, and that would be Hifumi's mom.
Joker, there's a treasure chest. We can get more money.
School. Okay.
Oh, I forgot we have another target besides Hifumi's mom. This guy's a blockade for the next level of Mementos. This is the land speculator guy. He's trying to muscle in on Youngin. Let's deal with him. What was that voice clip? Oh, I love that. Way to immediately not seem intimidating at all. Land development is important. Getting rid of stubborn people in my way is part of the job. I'm not just playing around like you kids are doing. We're quite serious. We can't let those who cause problems for others go unpunished. We're gonna kick your ass. That includes people like you who use bullying tactics to get what they want. You're just pissy smelling kids acting big. You should have stopped playing Hero back in preschool. Really? Pissy smelling kids, huh? That's your big insult. Alright, what you got? Ipondatra. Alright. Interesting choice of demon. I'll send any trash that stands against me to the bottom of the ocean. Now give me that land! Are you in the Yakuza or what? Whatever. Just rush him. Ha! Oh, that's unfortunate for you. And done. Don't you look like a fool. But if they don't give up the land, I'm gonna get fired. Ah! Please, isn't there some way I can have that movie theater? Get out of Youngin. Hey, stay out of Riverdale. Yeah, stop messing around with our neighborhood. I'm sorry. I'll give up, so please forgive me. I hope you'll consider the feelings of those who get things taken from them from now on. Doesn't feel so good when you're the one getting muscled in on, huh?
I'm sorry.
I'll be honest with my superiors. I'll tell them that no one has any interest in leaving Yongen. I guess I'll go lose my job. Not just Yongen. You better make up for the awful things you've done elsewhere, too. And there he goes. Chitamachi Reborn. Alright. We're going to leave the Tartarus section of Mementos and move on to the next level. Now we can keep moving. Just be careful, okay? The deeper we go, the stronger the enemies get. Yeah, that's not really that big of a deal right now. We're fine. Moving on. Axariuth. Oh, it's purple. Ooh. Spooky color purple. Very spooky, big death purple. Purple always means evil or dark or something like that. It's a spooky color. Could have sworn I heard somewhere that purple meant death in some cultures. Thought it was Japan, but apparently purple means royalty in Japan. I don't know. But usually whenever something's purple, it usually means like it's a lot stronger. It always seems to be some kind of weird connotation for fantasy games or just video games or media in general. Purple always seems to imply power. Purple is powerful. I guess it's just not a color that you usually see all that much.
I found a chest.
Like as opposed from like the primary colors. Like red, blue, green, yellow, all that stuff. You see those quite a bit. Purple is a bit more rare.
They get us.
They ran away, and then there were none. Okay, let's move on.
Okay. They noticed us. Joker, let's silence them.
Yeah! Nice!
Good work, everyone.
Okay. Huh. They were nothing.
You're surrounded by weaklings. What, did they sneak up on you?
Sorry.
Nice moves, Fox.
Not bad.
It's quite on you. Nice. Joker took one out.
Victory is ours.
Okay, let's move on.
All right. Inspiration.
Joker, we need to defeat them quickly.
We really don't, Queen. It's all good. Hey, look, Lamia. Wait, let's talk about this. No, let's not. Let's actually fight some more.
Last one.
And down they go.
Beat down.
That's pretty mean. They want to talk about it and we just say no.
Just like I
Bam! Beat you with a barbell. That's all I see when I look at Ryuji's weapon.
Easy win.
Because, okay, the way to get Ryuji's ultimate weapon is by fusing essentially, like, another version of Seiten Taisei, or Sun Wukong. I think that's based off the staff that Wukong uses. But all I see whenever Ryuji's, like, swinging it around is just like an oversized barbell. I don't know. Like, it's just a really big weight. I kind of prefer the Mjolnir that he has in the P5R playthrough. Even though in that game it doesn't look like Mjolnir, it just looks like a spiked club. But this weapon gives Ryuji an automatic Tarukaja effect at the beginning of each fight, whereas the Mjolnir gives him an affected, like, shock bonus. However, the Mjolnir also just has higher base damage in the P5R playthrough. At least the version that I'm using. It's really good. All the ones that my team are using were done via itemization. To just get them, like, big endgame weapons. Which I think is really cool. I really like that. It's not a weapon you have to go buy in a shop or that you can find in a dungeon. No. It's one you have to make by fusing a really powerful demon to it, and you get their legendary weapon. Joker's is understandably the hardest ones to get. Especially his melee weapon, Paradise Lost.
There's a shadow reading around here.
Because you don't get the respected persona for that weapon until the very end of the game. In fact, no, you don't even get it then. You get it for New Game Plus. That's a New Game Plus exclusive weapon. Everybody else can get their weapons a lot earlier than Joker. Depending on, you know, which personas you manage to unlock. Or how high leveled you are. I'm pretty sure a lot of the personas for everybody else's weapons can be gotten at, like, level 50 to 70. Somewhere around that range.
Already? How disappointing.
Sauce? Let's finish them quickly.
Now we get to fight Hifumi's mom.
Then
And as a quick little heads up, she's actually a kind of hard fight. She's actually a little challenging, a little tough. She doesn't go down quite as easily as everybody else has. She is pretty strong, must say.
oh,
So is that the shadow of the mother of that shogi player Hifumi? She's using her like a pawn from what I hear. This must really affect Yusuke. He must really take offense to this. It's a bit like Yusuke's story with Madarame. A little bit, only it's shogi instead of painting. At the very least, her mom is not, plagiarizing like her daughter's work, but still, more or less, it's kind of hitting the same notes. Hifumi is my daughter. I am Hifumi's mother. I gave birth to her. I raised her. My child should be devoted to serving me. I can finally be happy once Hifumi becomes a famous shogi player. Hifumi isn't yours to use. She thinks she rose in rank on her own skill, but most of those matches were fixed. I'm the one who's been building Hifumi's commercial value. It was me! Me! If I didn't get rid of all her rivals, she wouldn't be where she is now. Yes. So evil. I enlisted private investigators and even criminals to find their weaknesses and destroy them. Wow, okay. I paid off anyone who might have complained or spoken out. Oh, and I even sold stories to those weekly magazines. Heroines and tragedies go hand in hand. One more step in my vision for Hifumi will be realized. I'm so close to victory. Even in Mementos, they're just comedically evil. Cartoonishly evil. And she turns into a Lilum, which are usually pretty low-level personas / demons, but here, she's pretty strong. Nothing to sneeze at.
Persona. All right.
Cause she can use Agidyne. Holy shit. She has Dyne level spells. And Mudun. That's not great. Yusuke's gonna be getting his ass kicked a little bit here. Cause she has fire magic.
Persona! There.
Oh goodness. Even with in-game equipment, she's no joke. She's got some pretty big spells. She can do heavy magic damage. This is actually the most challenging request we've had to do so far.
This isn't it.
Ba-boom!
Let's go.
She can take a lot of punishment. Like 2 whole all-out attacks still don't bring her down. Have a third one! She's still standing. Okay. Oh boy. Again. Yeah, it's a good thing I'm using that omnipotent orb. Otherwise, big problems. Big problems. Mudun, Mamudun, Hamon, Hama, all those spells, all the instant death spells. Oh man. Every time one of those just flashes on screen, ugh. It's not great. It always just makes you like, ugh, sends shivers down the spine. That shit is scary. Because in the Persona games, if the leader character dies, game over. Game over. Not great. Which is why I don't feel bad using the Omnipotent Orb. Because, no. None of that cheap bullshit on me. Because there's no blocking that. Unless you're expecting one of the enemies to have that. And even still, it comes in two distinct flavors. Light and Curse. You might have one, but you won't have the other. And that's when they get you. Let's see what we got. Bead chain. That's not a bad item. That's a pretty much a full team heal, if I recall correctly. All right, so we took care of 2 confidant requests and a few others. That is all our requests done. We're gonna go to the next rest area and head on back to the real world. Auto heal. Oh boy. If it wasn't for the fact that Joker is essentially invincible, that could have been close to a whole like party wipe. Not great. And now it's time for even more embarrassment.
Is that a rare one? Don't let it get away.
This thing is pretty much invulnerable to everything but curse damage. The ironic thing is, Arsene used to have curse abilities, but not anymore. Because I swapped them out. Here comes the embarrassing part. I do have a persona that can use curse magic. But I was trying to keep this as pure as possible, but at the same point, I don't really want a treasure demon running away, so it's like, fine. I eventually kind of cave in. I try using a few straw dolls to try to, instantly kill this thing, but those don't work. And I don't have any other items that do curse damage. It's all kind of embarrassing. Usually for treasure demons, they're gimmick enemies. You kind of have to use their weakness if you want to take them down. And these instant kill items are not doing a damn thing. I didn't really want it to get away. I wouldn't use them anywhere else anyway, so it's fine.
Okay. Persona.
So, screw it. I'll use Matador. There we go.
You're looking cool.
Do it.
Beat him up.
I made an exception for what persona I would use in this instance. Because look how much money that is, and that experience is nothing to scoff at.
Okay.
Piece of cake.
They noticed us. Joker, let's silence them.
Two foes. You can take this nice and easy. An enemy's burning. Laser damage.
Aha, funny. We're not gonna be using magic. Just purely physical damage. Yeah!
Do it again.
Big physical damage all over the place.
On to the next.
Let's go.
Nothing but weak personas besides Arsene. Yeah! Have a riot gun! Boom!
Is that a rare one? Don't let it
And I gotta switch back to Matador.
Matador, go down.
Ooh, Joker, you're looking cool.
Just all out attack it. I believe I already mentioned this in a previous update. You can recruit the treasure demons. You can't use them for combat, but they're pretty good fusion materials. They can give a persona that you're gonna fuse with them like a big boosted experience, and also they have a lot of like moves that you can add to them. Predominantly it's a lot of elemental stuff, but some of them have some other pretty interesting techniques.
Stay calm and take care of them quickly.
Oh, that was a cheap shot.
You're surrounded. 3 enemies.
Reverse rub?
I'll use my persona. Prepare yourself. This doesn't look good.
Eat this.
No one can hit anything. Come on, guys. Look, watch. This is how you do it.
Joker beat
All right, I missed Thoth, but you know what? There we go.
Losers.
Ugh.
Let's move on.
This last little bit of our dive into Mementos has been kind of embarrassing.
Okay.
It's been a little embarrassing. Let's just leave. We're done here. No more of this. This is foolish. We have a few more requests to deal with in the next update, 3 to be specific. But for right now, we're gonna head back to the real world. We are done with Mementos.
Okay, let's take a break.
Let's go ahead and head on back to the surface. No more of this, thank you. But we finished 6 requests. Nice. Kind of a disservice to Aigis for her to just be relegated to being a costume for Morgana. Same with Teddy. I don't get why Morgana doesn't have a Koromaru costume. Is it because he's a dog? Because Teddy's a bear? I don't know, whatever.
On to our next story.
Everybody's talking about the Phantom Thieves incidents. Phantom Thieves are so cool. Here's a whole news article about them. Their popularity goes beyond our own borders, with foreign media following them closely as well. Cool, we're big overseas. Nice. Heralding them as dark heroes and gentlemen thieves for a new age. Holy shit! The freaking news is our hype man. Man, it's hot. Enough already, damn. All anyone talks about anymore is the Phantom Thieves. Who they are, whether they're good or bad. Starting to give me a headache. Yeah, it's not easy being popular. Oh boy, speaking of which. So the more famous we get, the more Mementos opens up, yeah? Seems like it. Yep, I wonder why though. Does Morgana know anything? I don't know. I don't even remember how I first learned about Mementos. He doesn't remember. I see. And there's no way for us to find out. It would likely become clear if we continue as the Phantom Thieves. The most important thing now is the identity of that criminal using the metaverse. That might be the person who killed my mom. Alright, well, that's going to do it for this update. And next update, more Mementos stuff and doing a bunch of confidants before we move on to more story bits. Anyway, thank you all so much for watching, and I'll catch you all in the next update. Until then, see ya.